Welcome to Manchester United Daily Updates. Before continuing this video, click the like button and subscribe to the channel. Troy Deeney tells Ruben Amorim to immediately sell Man United star, get him out the club. Former Premier League striker Troy Deeney has slammed Antony following his performance against Tottenham, urging Manchester United to offload him as soon as they can. Manchester United have been urged to get rid of Antony immediately after his frustrating performance in the defeat to Tottenham. Antony started as United were knocked out of the Carabao Cup by Spurs in a dramatic 4-3 loss, and former Premier League striker Troy Deeney was not impressed with his performance, claiming the Red Devils need to cut ties with him in January. As soon as Manchester United took Antony off, everybody else started running, Deeney told CBS Sports. They've got to cut ties with him. I don't want to make him the scapegoat, but, honestly, watching him is so frustrating. This is your big moment. He doesn't run, he doesn't sprint, just get him out. If you're getting rid of Marcus Rashford, whoever is taking him, will pay you to take him, Antony, as well. Get him out the club. Deeney also laid into Tottenham, accusing them of doing everything backwards, after they almost squandered a 3-0 lead. Tottenham were so in control. 60 minutes, 3-0, and Manchester United had nothing, Deeney added. They had to bring on 3 subs, and they probably didn't even want to bring those guys on, let's be totally honest, and Tottenham were in a situation where they were inviting pressure. Going to your goalkeeper should be going to your goalkeeper to come out the other side of play, so if you can pass it to him on the right-hand side, he takes a touch with his right foot, plays it out with his left foot, and you just keep making that team run. They didn't do that, they took 5, 6, 7 touches, tried to score, they were trying to play with a high line and just inviting pressure. Tottenham's defenders were running forward. You learn that at 4 or 5 years old, no pressure on the ball, stop, back off, give them space. They do everything backwards. And Spurs boss Ange Postecoglou admitted after the game, we self-inflicted some pain on ourselves, but we ended up getting a 4th and winning the game. I still can't get away from the fact this group of players is doing an unbelievable job. We had 10 players unavailable for one reason and another. We can't rotate like other clubs. The current situation is incredible. I know the television studio is probably having a meltdown over my lack of tactics. Marcus Rashford transfer to Saudi Arabia predicted as AI gives verdict on Man United outcast. Marcus Rashford's time at Old Trafford looks to be all but over, with the Manchester United star having recently admitted he would like to seek out a new challenge. Marcus Rashford's Manchester United career looks to be all but over. After having been dropped by new United boss Ruben Amorim altogether from their matchday Manchester Derby squad, Rashford confirmed he wants a new challenge, signalling an end to his time at Old Trafford. United are also keen on moving the 27-year-old on too. However, following the 2022-23 season, where he scored 30 goals in 56 appearances, United awarded Rashford a bumper new deal, with the England international reportedly earning £350,000 a week on his contract that runs until 2028. Given the drop-off in his performances over the course of the last 2 seasons since signing the deal, it is a near certainty no one would take Rashford off United's hands at a price they would want for the forward. But one place who could both afford to buy Rashford, and pay his wages in full, is the Saudi Pro League. The summer of 2023 saw the Saudi Pro League made a number of big money moves to both enhance the reputation of the league and improve its quality. While it remains to be seen whether this was a financially prudent move, there is no doubt the Saudi Pro League sides will be looking to spend big in the upcoming transfer windows, especially after Saudi Arabia was awarded the 2034 World Cup, with Rashford the sort of name the league would be desperate to attract. So with that in mind, we asked AI chatbot ChatGPT just how Rashford would fare should he end up moving to Saudi Arabia now that his United career looks to be over. The supercomputer reckons that when it comes to adapting to the Saudi Pro League style of play, ChatGPT reckons Rashford would take like a duck to water, with his pace, technical ability and finishing skills likely to make him one of the division's standout players. The intensity of the Premier League by far outmatches that of the Saudi Pro League, which means the Three Lions ace would likely thrive. Additionally, as a marquee player, the chatbot also believes Rashford would be expected to take on more of a leadership role both on and off the pitch. Rashford is much younger than the likes of Karim Benzema and Cristiano Ronaldo, who sit second and third respectively behind Aleksandar Mitrovic when it comes to the Saudi Pro League's top scorers this season, something which could also work in Rashford's favor. However, one red flag ChatGPT has pointed out is what a move to Saudi Arabia would say for Rashford's career ambitions at the highest level of football. While it would undoubtedly see him match, or even surpass the money he is earning on his current United deal, the quality of the Saudi Pro League, both as a sporting competition and as a product, is much worse than the Premier League. Manchester United's strongest midfield under Ruben Amorim deserves a second chance. Ruben Amorim has rotated his midfield options at Man United, but the pairing that might be the strongest have started only game together. When assessing the options available to Ruben Amorim to fit specific roles in his 3-4-2-1 system at Manchester United, armchair pundits had long tipped Manuel Ugarte and Kobbie Mainoo to nail down those two places at the base of midfield. Ugarte is a former Amorim star at Sporting, and the 23-year-old has quickly refamiliarized himself with the head coach's methods. Ugarte has started 5 of Amorim's 8 games in charge and was impressive at Manchester City and Tottenham this week. But only one of those starts came alongside Mainoo, in the disappointing defeat to Nottingham Forest at Old Trafford. That was probably the most underwhelming performance of the Amorim era so far, and while Mainoo lasted the full game, he hasn't started since. The only other game the 19-year-old has started for Amorim was the 4-0 success against Everton, when he was fielded next to Bruno Fernandes. The cautious handling of Mainoo and the Stockport-born starlet's battle to establish himself has been one of the low-key stories of Amorim's first 8 games in charge. There has certainly been an element of second-season syndrome for Mainoo, having began 32 of United's last 33 games up until the win at Southampton earlier this season. He has now started just 5 of the last 21. While some of those absences are down to fitness reasons, he has also been an unused substitute 3 times so far for Amorim and came off the bench at City and Tottenham this week. He was needed early at the Etihad, when Mason Mount went off injured, and did a good job during United's famous win. At Spurs on Thursday, he was part of a triple substitution on 56 minutes and performed superbly, helping to get United back in control of the game. As the visitors threw bodies forward, Mainoo patrolled the middle on his own at times, snapping into tackles, evading markers and progressing the ball neatly. It was one of his best performances under Amorim, and although he only shared a pitch with Ugarte for 14 minutes before the Uruguayan went off, there was enough there to think they are worth starting against Bournemouth on Sunday, with a view to further establishing that partnership. On paper, it really should work. Ugarte is the aggressive attack dog of this midfield. He races up to press opponents and bites at their ankles, desperately trying to win the ball back. He is also better on the ball than many had expected when he joined from Paris Saint-Germain. Next to him, Mainoo's ability to be press-resistant and dribble past players should be a good fit as a partnership. They tick a lot of boxes when covering that area of the pitch, and Mainoo's talent is too bright to remain a weapon from the bench for long. Amorim certainly has options in midfield. Man United suffer major transfer blow as Serie A star turns down move. Manchester United strategy in the transfer window, insights on DiMarco's situation. Manchester United's pursuit of strengthening their squad under the guidance of Ruben Amorim has been a central theme of the current transfer window. With a shift towards a back 5 system, the need for adept wing-backs has become apparent, especially on the left flank. This strategic shift has highlighted the potential acquisition of Inter Milan's Federico DiMarco, a player whose attributes align well with Amorim's tactical requirements. Adapting to Amorim's system. The transition to a back 5 formation represents a significant tactical shift for Manchester United. This change demands specific skills from players, particularly from the fullbacks who are expected to operate more dynamically as wingbacks. The emphasis on a higher positional play and reduced midfield support adds a layer of complexity to the adaptation process for current players. The recent fitness struggles of left-backs Luke Shaw and Tyrell Malacia further underscore the urgency to reinforce this position. Federico Dimarco, a missed opportunity. According to a report by Tuttosport, Manchester United expressed interest in Inter's Federico Dimarco, who has been impressive with his performances on the left wing, contributing to 45 goals and assists over 4 seasons at Inter. However, the pursuit ended abruptly as Dimarco, a lifelong Inter enthusiast, along with his club, showed no interest in parting ways. The player is reportedly set on extending his contract with the Italian side, leaving United to consider other options. Challenges in player fitness and squad dynamics. Amorim has acknowledged the challenges faced by players like Mason Mount and Luke Shaw, who have struggled with injuries and fitness. The manager emphasized the need for a tailored training regime to improve player availability and performance. When a player is in this moment with a lot of injuries, then training and then this kind of schedule, without many training sessions, with all the squad, to make the load that he really needs, we try to do it with a lot of exercises, but it's not the same, Amorim stated. This approach is crucial as it directly impacts the team's ability to implement new tactical ideas effectively. Transfer market dynamics and United's broader strategy. The transfer market continues to be a complex battlefield for Manchester United, as evidenced by ongoing negotiations for significant swaps and potential acquisitions. The rumored swap involving Marcus Rashford and Frenkie de Jong highlights the club's strategic intentions, albeit amidst challenges such as competition from local rivals like Manchester City for other targets. This period is pivotal for Amorim's vision, requiring shrewd maneuvering in the market to build a squad capable of adapting to his methodologies.